scared the cat. Okay, here we go again. This will be my fifth, I think it's my fifth, workshop that I've had here recently. I've got 3 more people getting ready to show up here real quick, and so we're gonna play in the mud a little bit, and I'm gonna let them I'm gonna show them the basics. And then I plan on helping them if I can, you know, so they will understand. One of the people that's going to be in the workshop is she's did it with me earlier in the year, so she's coming back. So and she's bringing a couple people with her. So hey, people enjoy this stuff, and it is relaxing. So we're gonna get started here real quick and have some fun, I think. So, Eddie's Pottery. So hey, here we go again. Okay, getting started here. I'm gonna we'll start everybody off with 1 pound of clay. Then we'll move up from there to 1.5 pounds, and then if you're wanting to do more than that, then I've got bigger ones back there. So, all right, sponge. Get sponge wet. Go to the wheel, and all the bats will probably need to be cleaned because I don't clean nothing around here. So, and what you do is I'm using this pedal and I'm speeding it up a little bit, and we get it wet, and it cleans it off right away. So now, and then you dry it off a little bit, and I'll give everybody towels also. So okay, now I just put it in the middle, and let me think here. I'm gonna get rid of my phone.
Do this part for us.
Yes, I will. Yeah, yes. It's very hard to center, and you want to make sure you keep your hands good and wet, you know, because if you don't, then your hands will really want to stick to the clay, and then it'll come off the bat, and you'll fly off and possibly go someplace else. And I mean, I've had it happen. So, all right.
I haven't done it yet.
So, I'm going to cone it for you. Well, I'm going to make this piece here and give you an idea. All right. So, first thing I do is I set my cone. That's the first piece. The second one is what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little puck, little puck, and like so. Get my hands wet again. Then I'm going to take my thumbs. Some people will use their fingers to poke a hole in the middle of it and then open it up that way. But I like to use my thumbs, and it's just my habit, is all it is. But there's a lot of people that use their thumbs. So, and what I do is I've opened it up. I put a little water in it. That's this one here. And I did both. I did both those steps together. So, which I shouldn't have, but because I want to show you. So, what I do is I then want to turn it into like a little volcano, or to bring it up. I take both my hands and I went up the side of it and squished it up like that. So I then want to put my fingers all the way inside. So then my hand right here is on this outside. I'm all the way down and I'm touching the wheel and the bat and everything. I'm getting into the clay at the very bottom of it. I need more water. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open it up a little bit more. And keep it wet. I'm going to bring it back up again. like so. And what I keep, I keep bringing it up. Now, hands are wet. I'm on the inside again, all the way at the very bottom as I can get it, because I move it, I get the clay down about so far from the bottom of the wheel. That way there's a lot of clay at the bottom of it. Now, I'm going to then take these fingers and I'm going to push in on here, and I'm going to push in on here, and I've got both hands together to where they're touching. And then I bring all the fingers up at the same time. All of them. And that way your fingers are all coming up at the same time. Keep it wet. And actually, I can put more fingers in there, and I can use my whole hand if I want to, which I do from time to time. So, and then I bring the whole hand up. Everything was together. And I'm squeezing at the same time when I'm bringing that up. Now see, actually what I'm doing is I'm making like a cylinder, to where in a cylinder, if you can make a cylinder, and I'm going to taper it in just a little bit, so where that way I can make it even taller if I want to. I can turn this into a real like a tall vase, or I can make a bowl out of it. So what I'm going to do now is this one here. My hands are both together like so, and all I did was raise them up. My hands were together like so. And I don't remember if I taught you the very first time, Jody, that on exactly how you should have your hands, or I just turned you guys loose.
When I came with June and Heidi and
yes,
them.
Yes.
No, I think you did with that. You turned me loose the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Okay.
why that it was. Yeah, my pieces were kind of bad. Because I've forgotten over a year.
Well, yeah, it takes time.
So.
All right. Now, I'm not sure if I'm just gonna make a tall vase, or I'm squeezing it up like so. And every time you do that, it really wants to open up a little bit. So, that's why I taper it in a lot. Squeeze it in just a little bit, like up against it. Now.
You have to gently squeeze.
Yeah,
or it'll cave in.
Yes, yeah.
And it happens.
It
So if you have
happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Happens to everybody. But let me see here. I'm gonna. I like to use these very fantastic little plastic cards, which you can get them just about anywhere. Gas stations. You could go to Kroger, get them. When you buy gift cards or whatever, or you can go to a motel, hotel, and they're keys. And you spend $100 to stay there, and they give you a plastic card. So hey. So all I'm doing now is just kind of smoothing this out a little bit. And I can turn it into a coffee mug or something like that if I wanted to put a handle on it. Now, take this and get it wet. Use this to get the water out of the inside of it in there, so you don't have to put your hand in it. So, just put it back in there to hold it, and I'm really unsure what I want to make out of it. So actually I think I might just leave it like this, and I'll make a coffee mug. Now, to smooth off the top of your piece, and I will make a coffee mug out of this. I'll put a handle on it at a later time. I want to spin that off just a moment. Scrape that there at the very bottom of it. Okay. Now, to smooth off the top of it, you take a piece of leather, and you gotta be gentle with it. and you take it and you hold both sides of it. You know, it ain't gonna break or anything. But take this here and you put it over the top edge and just leave it there, and then you get the wheel to move just a little bit, and it rounds that top. And if there's been any like sand or grit or roughness on this top edge, this here just smoothed everything off of it. So, and you just put it right back in there, and it's on a cork, so you'll find it. I've lost them before. That's why one of the potters that I know, he puts corks on his, and a guy by the name of Simon Leach, and he's really good. He's a real good potter. So yeah, I think that's all he's done almost all his life. So what I do is take that, I get the moisture off of it, I scrape that off. If you have any on your hands, if you haven't wiped it off on a towel already, you take it, just scrape it off on there, and that's good. So, all right, now I'm going to pop this off here. I'll make a handle or something on it, and I'll make a coffee mug out of that later on. So